Looking good, Mark. What? Said I don't feel so good.
These are the Boscovs. That's Christine clinging to an icy North Carolina cliff.
It's a little cold today.
That's her husband Keith, awaiting his turn. The Boscovs are mountain climbers. When they're not settling for an icy rock face like this, they're in the Himalayas. Most recently, ascending a mountain called Lhotse, one of the world's highest peaks.
4,000.
And it's right next to Everest.
It's right next to Everest. This is another view of Everest.
In 2 years, the Boscovs expect to climb Mount Everest. As the world's highest peak, Everest has always been an ultimate goal for mountaineers.
Keep going. We'll tell you when to stop.
Now it is the subject of a new IMAX film, shot by a crew which toted a 22-pound camera and equipment to the 29,000-foot summit.
It's a 100% better shot if they're side-lit, but we've got to go with what we have.
The IMAX crew was there in May 1996 when a storm trapped 17 climbers trying to summit Everest. The crew stopped filming and helped rescue the few who were within reach of base camp.
It was sadly apparent that the tragedy and all those deaths were really completely avoidable.
Their story became the subject of a harrowing bestseller called Into Thin Air, a book which describes many of the 1996 climbers as posturing amateurs with too much time and money on their hands. The book also describes Everest as a beautiful mountain fouled and crowded by glory-seeking adventurers. The IMAX film may sweep away some of the unflattering imagery spun by the book.
Mount Everest, base camp. But the summit is still 2 vertical miles above, the toughest 2 miles on Earth.
It focuses on the gritty challenge of mountain climbing, set among breathtaking Himalayan vistas.
We were running out of time. So we decided that despite the howling wind on the summit, we had to go higher so we'd be in position to go for the top, if the wind stopped.
And that is the kind of story Keith Boscoff prefers.
There's the north col of Everest.
He and his wife had a stunning view of the Everest summit as they ascended Lhotse last spring.
And there's Camp 1 right up there.
And when they climb Everest in 2000, they'll do so with a company they just bought called Mountain Madness, which guides climbers up the most challenging peaks in the world.
It's cloudy, about a half a mile visibility. Beautiful day.
Boscoff says there is more interest now than ever before in climbing Everest, despite the tragedy of 2 years ago.
It's increasing tenfold. We're getting calls every day. People, inexperienced people from New York are wanting to climb Everest, and basically we have to tell them that they have to train and have to learn various things before they can start.
Meantime, this year's climbing season has already begun in the Himalayas. The allure of the world's highest peak fills base camps every spring in Nepal, where climbers cast an eye skyward and hope the weather doesn't take a deadly turn for the worse. Doug Richards, Fox 5 Eyewitness News.